Why are we splitting up? They've never seen a movie. These people have never seen a movie in their life. That's cool. Ba ba ba. Generic intro into that goes. Here back with another kill count reaction. Today we're doing The Strangers Prey at Night, which is actually, I think, the second Strangers movie kill count that we've done. This is a sequel. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, last week we did, oh god, what was last week? Oh, it was the second Unfriended movie, which was really cool.
The victims in all our favorite
Took a crazy twist.
I'm James A.
Like,
and today we're looking at The Strangers Prey at Night, released in 2018.
Dude, the first Strangers movie looks so good.
2008's The Strangers. I love the original Strangers and consider it one of the scarier movies I've ever watched. Although
yeah, it was really cool. I liked it.
Might be because I watched it at like 2 in the morning when Chelsea was out of town. But while the original Strangers was made like
I like kill count. I haven't actually seen the movie.
Film and focused on a home invasion, the sequel is more of an homage to a flashy 80s slasher with a lot more action going on.
Why did it
more
explode?
Synth-heavy, thumping soundtrack. Although some people were disappointed by the sequel's drastic stylistic differences, for me, both
directed by the same
work and are successful in the styles that they're going for. Plus, Prey at Night had Queen Christina Hendricks in it. So let's be real, I wasn't about to complain no matter how bad the rest of the movie was. The original Strangers is tied for the movie with the lowest kill count on this channel. Will its more slashy sequel be able to surpass it?
I would imagine it would, right? I don't see why it wouldn't surpass it.
The movie begins, much like the first one, with a bullshit warning that it was based on a true story. It's even less true this time through, but these fake warnings have a long tradition in horror movies, so I think it's kind of fun. Also fun is
so it's not actually based on true story?
Truck as the Strangers pull into the driveway of a trailer home. A knock at the front door awakens an elderly woman, and she gets out of bed at the knocker's insistence. She doesn't see anyone in the truck outside, but there is someone inside her living room, a long-haired stranger whose face is obscured in shadow. We don't see what happens to the old
except when I hear a knock on my bedroom door
at
5 in the morning and I live alone.
Laziest guard dog. Seriously, not even one bark for these burglars?
My
and
bedroom
lies down in bed next to the still sleeping elder gentleman. With the cold open out,
they're definitely gonna up the kill count.
This movie's main family. Hot Dad Mike is played by Martin Henderson, that guy from The Ring who's now rocking a much more handsome hairstyle. His goddess of a wife is Cindy, played by Sterling Cooper office manager Christina Hendricks. Oh, and cool, they're a couple who actually likes each other. That's nice. Their daughter Kinsey is starting boarding school tomorrow, so they're taking her and their baseball-loving son Luke to spend one last night together as a family.
They had to literally be like baseball-loving, and that's him.
But much like James and Kristen in the original movie, they feel like real people who still care about each other, thanks to the genuine performances given by the main cast. Late that night, they pull into Gatlin Lake Getaway, a trailer park home that'll look pretty familiar to anyone who was paying attention to that cold open.
So why are they
The trailer park home is a bigger setting than the summer home confinement of the first
one. That's a really big trailer
park.
Between
all the other residents being gone for the season and the pervasive misty weather on this evening, I think it's like a vacation setting for more
it's a lake, yeah, it's a lake house place.
Cindy gets the keys for their trailer from the office, apparently left there by her Uncle Marvin with a smiley face note. And the family pulls into the trailer's driveway without noticing the same smiley face on the mailbox out
it's on the other side.
In case you feel like you're missing something, no, there weren't any smiley faces in the original. It's something they randomly added for this movie. It's whatever. After the family gets settled into their new home for the night and those sexy parents start a smooching, there's a knock at the door that interrupts them.
No, don't get up. I've got it.
Who's out there through the window, Cindy?
It's a girl.
Uh-oh, we've been here before. Yep, it's that same blonde stranger from the first
Still gonna have a gun.
albeit played by a different actor, and she's asking that same old eternal stranger's question.
How's there no light hitting her face?
Cindy says, nah, this trailer Tammy free, so the creepy girl
Also, shout out to the patrons.
Yeah,
could not do this
maybe a little weird, but I'm sure everything will be okay for this family, right? Despite Mike's best
that car
efforts
is gonna get
to dad his way into Kinsey's heart, she's still upset about the boarding school thing and leaves the trailer to be by herself. Her brother Luke finds her with a cigarette and teases her about her Bill Clinton style of smoking it.
You know you're supposed to inhale those?
They have a frank sibling conversation about
what? Did Bill Clinton do it wrong?
And after he
he did a couple things
healthy for her, they start to head back, not noticing the stranger in the far shadows on the plague. Oh, there she go. Back at the trailer, Cindy stands in front of a mirror telling lies.
I look so tired.
Yeah, tired of being perfection, maybe. The lovey-dovey couple once again gets a knock at the door, and when Mike answers it, he gets the same question as before.
Is Tamara home?
Is Tamara home?
No, dude, Tamara's never home. Get the fuck out of here. You know something, Cindy? That girl ain't right. In fact, her behavior is strange enough for Cindy to grow concerned about their kids still being gone.
I'm gonna get my shoes.
I'm sure they're okay.
Get more than shoes.
Take me out, hon.
Yeah, that was...
God, I love the acting in this movie, especially from the parents, you know, if you couldn't tell already. The kids find a trailer that looks like it's been broken into, and wild child Kinsey can't help but check it out. Once inside,
this is why you're going to boarding
from
school.
A back room, and when they go to see what it was, it turns out to be Plot Dog, that dog from the beginning who apparently just can't bark. Maybe his vocal cords got snipped, who knows? Even weirder than a dog that doesn't bark, though, is the graffiti they find on the window saying hello in a bunch of different font sizes. And worse yet still is when they pull back a sheet to reveal the dead bodies of Aunt Cheryl and Uncle Marv, the older couple from the cold open who are now confirmed dead. Looks like some eye stuff happened to Marv there, but hey, at least he technically died in his sleep. The kids run into their parents.
I don't know, he might have got woken up.
And they tell them what they found.
Now they're going back to the house and somebody's going to be in the house.
Which seems a little short-sighted, while he and his son head over to look at the crime scene. When they get back to their trailer,
why are we splitting up?
That their cell phones
They've never seen a movie. These people have never seen a movie in their life.
Smashing. And standing right behind them is that creepy doll-faced stranger. As Cindy tries to use the cell phone, Dollface brandishes her kitchen knife and chases mom and daughter into the bathroom, where they lock the door.
Especially in that situation.
Dollface to quit goofing on him.
Leave us alone!
They see a sunroof-type window in the bathroom up above,
and someone's gonna poke their head in it.
Kinsey
Watch.
Climb out of it. But right as the daughter gets onto the roof, Dollface breaks through the cheap trailer door. Cindy tells Kinsey to run, and her daughter watches helplessly as Dollface comes up behind Cindy and stabs her with a knife. It's a super sad death.
Didn't even try to fight.
Watches her mom die in front of her. And what's worse is that it means no more Christina Hendricks in this movie. What the fuck did I even buy this Blu-ray for?
Why did you do that?
Kinsey makes it
why
to
would
the
you just
ground
lay her in the sink like
running,
that?
As elsewhere in the park, her dad and brother
did they not hear her screaming?
Marv and Cheryl to check on the bodies. Yep, still dead. They realize the strangers must have found out they were coming due to a message Cindy left on the answering machine. And when they go to leave the trailer, they see the man in the mask himself standing outside with an axe.
That's cool.
He loved that axe, don't he? Mike starts looking for Uncle Marv's gun in a scene that echoes James looking for an old family gun in the original. But after finding it and busting out the front door, he finds the bag-headed stranger nowhere to be found. The boys get back to their own trailer and find their broken phones. Then make the even worse discovery of Cindy's corpse in the bathroom. The movie takes a proper beat to show Mike and Luke's distress before they take off to find Kinsey, who's still running away from Dollface and getting trapped by the trailer park's fence in an awesome shot where you don't see the fence until it comes into focus.
Oh, that's terrible.
From director Johannes Roberts, who also did 47 Meters Down. While Mike and Luke are driving around shouting out Kinsey's name, a cinder block gets tossed into their windshield and sends them crashing into the wooden porch of a trailer.
Kind of overreacted there a little bit.
You can clearly see it's the man in the mask throwing the cinder block at them, but less than a minute later, he somehow
surprised it didn't go through the
revving
windshield.
the engine at Kinsey and chasing her through the trailer park. How the fuck's that work? She hides from him in a big tube that looks kind of fun and yells at him when he aims the truck's headlights inside of it.
Leave us alone!
It's like the real civil engineer.
Yeah, it's a scare that was ruined by the trailers, but hey, at least Pinup Girl has finally arrived. Now we've got the band back together. Luke comes to from the car crash and finds that his dad
civil
has been
engineer
impaled
sleeping
by
in the
a wooden
pipe.
beam from the porch they ran into. Oh boy, that's not good.
Tell me what to do. What do you want me to do?
Not much to do, Luke. Being
Don't
realistic
remove it.
about it. Mike tells Luke
You have
to
to
take
leave
the
him
gun
there.
and go find his sister, and his son only agrees to go after promising his dad that he'll come back later and help him out of this jam.
Proud of you.
Good last words for your son, Pops. Yep, I said last
Wow.
words. Because after Luke leaves, the bag-headed stranger man shows up and gets into the car with Mike.
That's
Memorably
so
during the
messed
scene,
up.
The stranger turns on the radio so they can both jam out to Cambodia.
Why are you not throwing
together,
punches?
Which is hands down Kim Wilde's best work. As Mike begs the man to let him go, the stranger silently takes out an awl and without any perceivable emotion, stabs the pinned down Papa in the neck with it.
You know what they could have done?
Good. Oh, that's what alls are good for. I always thought they were just defective screwdrivers.
Left the gun with the
his
dad.
work here done, the
'Cause they
stranger
know that
turns
they were
off
gonna
the
come for
radio
him.
and cuts Kim Wilde short. Baghead is back out.
So
in
when
his
they
truck
did that,
again,
you could just
forcing
be
Kinsey
like,
to hide from him,
"Ha,
ducking
you
into
thought
a
I gave him
random
the gun?"
trailer. In the movie's most inexplicable scene, she follows a noise into the back
Or have more
room
than
of
one
the
gun.
random trailer to find a Jack-in-the-Box waiting for her and Dollface underneath a blanket. What the fuck? How did Dollface know she'd go into that trailer? Like, what if she hadn't? Would Dollface just been taking a nap for a little bit? It's kind of stupid. Dollface manages to stab
Maybe there's somebody in
Kinsey
every
leg
trailer.
before
Maybe
Luke
the
shows
entire
up with that
community.
gun and tells her to stop it. He's too afraid to shoot her though, and instead insists on a
Nah,
flight over.
no
Mike,
hesitation,
which is
bro.
a real bummer. The siblings climb into the window of another
When it's your
random trailer.
family?
Luke sets
Nah.
the gun on the table so he can tend to Kinsey's
What?
leg wound in a real nice
Give it
scene
to
between
her.
brother and
Well, I guess
sister.
she's applying
She
pressure to
probably
it.
said it just like that.
That's exactly like Luke, what the fuck did you do?
She told
Both
us
your
to
parents are
shut
dead.
up.
You're
That all ends
orphans.
when the truck crashes through the trailer wall in a huge jump
Can't park
scare
there.
that takes the gun out of commission since it had been set down on that table. The kids climb out another window, but Kinsey's leg is too messed up for her to make it very far.
Is she gonna
Luke
hide
hides her
somewhere?
underneath yet
They're gonna
another
find her.
trailer
Somebody's
as he
gonna be
heads
down
back to
there.
the office to call the police. That is the easiest way to win as a counselor, after all. The call cuts out as he's giving the police information, which can only mean one
can
thing.
track it down.
There's some nasty strangers about.
Just leave us alone!
Oh, golf club.
Nah,
It's an
Luke,
iron.
that ain't their MO at all, which is why Pinup Girl is here and ready to get some proper screen time. Luke runs out back to where the
I mean,
trailer
it looks
park
like it has
pool
pretty
is,
good
and after
loft
the
to it.
lights
It's probably-
come on and Total Eclipse of the Heart
I want to say like
playing,
maybe an
we
8
get
iron.
what everyone agrees is the best sequence in this movie. It starts with a wicked fucking zoom in of Pinup Girl charging at Luke and getting a golf club to the face for her troubles. And this time, Luke ain't too afraid to close the deal. He grabs the knife that she dropped and stabs her a whole
Nice.
bunch
Yeah,
of
he's not
times,
hesitating
quivering
now.
with rage on that last one. Holy
Bro,
shit,
hesitated
he
with
killed
a
a stranger.
gun,
I
but
repeat, we have
didn't
a
hesitate with a
stranger
knife?
down. Shame that Pinup Girl only got a total of 3 minutes in this movie, though. And this badass scene isn't finished yet, since Baghead's here with his trusty axe to get revenge on Luke for the death of his pinup gal pal.
He has a knife and an iron.
How's that feel, huh?
It's not a long iron, but
Yeah, I love all that.
That's why you
fucks
get steel
Luke.
shafts
He's
for
able to
your
taunt
irons.
his enemies and avoid axe swings like a total G. He ends up in the pool
I don't think
and
baseball
drags
taught you
Baghead
that.
in after him, and we get one of those cool stylized scenes where the diegetic music dips in and out of the water with the camera.
oh, and he gets submerged. That's such a nice touch.
Luke tries to get out of the pool, but Baghead catches up to him and very sadly stabs him in the back with his knife, which fills
Wait,
the pool water
what?
with blood. Oh man,
Oh.
the pool cleaner was just here yesterday, Baghead. Now we're gonna have to call him and have him come back tomorrow. The stranger leaves Luke floating
Why
on
is he
his back
still
in the
trying to
pool, and
float on his
Bonnie
back? Why is he
Tyler
not trying to
finishes
sit
up
down
her
at
set.
all?
But don't
Or
count
stand
Luke
up,
out just
I mean.
yet. Kinsey appears out of nowhere to fish him out and save him.
How do
Good
you
work,
fish him
Kins.
out?
She hides her brother in the office and takes off to get help herself. And thankfully, it doesn't take long before she's found by a police officer.
Oh,
He
nice.
tells her everything will be okay now that he's here, but shit,
Is
this
he
guy
in
ought
on
to
it?
have less screen time than Pinup Girl. Because Dollface comes from behind and slits his
Bro,
throat
you
with
have
a
to have
knife, giving
situational
us an
awareness as
extra
a cop.
splashy blood spray in this unrated cut I'm using. Unfortunately, this unrated version literally has no changes other than a bit more CGI blood. It's pretty disappointing. Although Dollface has the keys to the cop car, which she shows to Kinsey in a very ghost-face way, Kinsey's got the shotgun. And just like her brother, she is all out of fucks to give.
I guess like small town cops have
Kinsey gets out of the car and
shotguns
demasks
versus
the
like
evil
ARs.
Dollface, giving us our first very clear view of a stranger's face in either of these movies. And with Kinsey's follow-up question,
who is she?
we get a twist on that classic line from the original.
Why are you doing this? Why not?
Maybe because it's like super mean Dollface.
Yeah.
Also because it's likely
Also,
to get you
that's a
killed,
cool
as
smile
Kinsey
you got
proves
there.
When she double taps the Dollface dame and kills her cold-blooded against the ground. Holy shit, Kins. That might end up being a little traumatizing later in life, but way to go. It was totally necessary. Kinsey gets in the police car, but before she can start it up,
I don't know
Baghead
if that's
comes from
justified,
behind that
actually.
pickup truck and rear ends the fuck out of that
Ooh.
cop car. He pulls
Somebody
up
hit my car the other
alongside
day.
her. Hey, sorry.
In a
didn't
parking
see
lot.
you there. And then takes off again. But he's
I was
back
literally
before
talking
you
to
know
Brandon
it
on the
to
phone.
T-bone the police vehicle
And I was looking in the mirror and I was
straight
like,
on out
they're
of the
about to hit me.
driver's side door. That last
They just
hit
hit me.
left Baghead's pickup and
He heard
with
it.
the other vehicle. And after Kinsey sees gas leaking all over the place, she takes out her lighter and tosses it into the chaos, creating a giant double car explosion.
Now
Look at
that is
Kinsey,
kind of
casually
realistic.
walking away like action movie hero girl. Everything's glowing and blowing to bits right behind her, but in another moment of dark comedy, the flaming pickup truck lurches to life and starts driving
What?
after her. Damn, this guy's still going?
Prometheus
Kinsey
School
limps
of Run
her way
Away
to
from
one of
Things.
the exit bridges of the map, and halfway across it falls to the ground. Lucky for her, as she's crawling away towards the finish line, Baghead decides to stop the truck and get out
Why?
to finish the job on foot. As air supply grows distorted on the soundtrack, we see Baghead's bag has melted to his head,
Oh,
and the injury
that's
ends up
painful.
being enough to get him to his knees. Oh, also, it probably doesn't help that he's got a big shard of glass sticking out of his torso.
From the
Still not
explosion.
sure if you should take it out. or
You
leave
shouldn't.
it- Oh, he took it out, and
should
he's
not take-
down. Kinsey gets
And
away and
why
flies
did he
down a
do all
passing
that?
truck, but the driver quickly changes her mind about helping Kins out when she sees the man in the mask
Oh, no.
somehow still kicking. Kinsey climbs in the back of the truck while the lady drives away, and a baseball bat to the dome knocks Baghead off the back. No ticket. We get an enjoyable, if obvious, Texas Chainsaw nod as Kinsey gets away, and since we
what
see
about her brother?
Baghead lying there with his eyes open, I'm gonna put him on the count. But if another sequel comes out and shows that he's somehow still alive,
a baseball
don't come
bat
back
to
in
the
this
head will do
video and
that.
leave a comment about
Also, we're only
how I was
75
wrong.
minutes
Hey,
in.
I can't see into the future, you fucks. A denouement shows the siblings in a hospital, with both of them alive, if not exactly well. In fact, we see that Kinsey's probably gonna be dealing with trauma for quite some time to come.
Forever?
Yeah, Kins, maybe just make sure you don't move to an area with a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses. After 10 long years of preparation, how many kills did the
There was
strangers
10
get
years
this time
between the
through?
two?
Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Okay.
Every now and then
Please-
I get
hopefully
a
there was no,
little
like,
bit
copyright
lonely
issues.
and never coming round.
James.
8 people died in The Strangers Prey at Night, 4 times what its predecessor had. The victims included 4 women and 4 men, so they were evenly split among genders, but sadly, not a single golden god among them. With a runtime of 86 minutes, we had a kill on average every 10.75 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Mike. None of the movie's kills are anything amazing out of context, but this drawn-out scene with Baghead sitting next to Mike, jamming out to sophisticated 80s pop is one of the best parts of the movie. Doll Machete for lamest kill will go to Cindy, because goddammit, Pray at Night, I came here for Christina Hendricks, and that was not enough Christina Hendricks. And that's it. The Strangers Pray at Night came out in 2018 and single-handedly gave me a new appreciation of Kim Wilde. Seriously, Cambodia's fucking dope. Until next time, I'm James A. Denise. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons who have been with me for over a year.
My patrons. Could not do this if it was not for them.
S.K., Rebecca Ann Driscoll, Madison Dalio, Brendan Donovan, Emily Bulick. Emily, I love you. We've been friends since like middle school. How you doing?
Oh, that's cool.
How'd you like your second holiday treat? Got one more for you. Can you guess what it is? It's a pattern with the other 2. It's also like the most requested video right now. All right, y'all, be good people.
It's Jurassic Park, I think, which will be, or Jurassic World. My bad. I think I actually saw that movie. That's Fallen Kingdom. I want to say I've seen all of the Jurassic World movies, I think. Because there's one that came out more recent than 2018, right? There was one that came out in, what, like 20... Did one come out in like 2023? I want to say, maybe? I definitely saw that one. I was actually one of the very few instances I've ever walked out of a movie theater actually kind of disappointed in a movie. The first instance of that was The Last Airbender, which, I mean, very valid. That's the first time I ever walked out of a movie theater like kind of disappointed. And when I watched the Jurassic World movie, I was kind of disappointed as well, because I was like, yeah, I literally saw all of this coming. And like my parents loved it. I mean, nothing to hate the movie. I'm not a critic or anything. Usually if I go watch a movie, I try to enjoy it the best I can and try not to hate on it. I literally I don't go to a movie and spend my time watching a movie to be upset about it. But also, shout out to the patrons. Like I said, I could not do this if it was not for them. They get all the videos a day early for $3 a month. And I really hope you're having one for us today. Hopefully I made it just tiny a little better. Should be streaming Crash Banooka today. Should be beating Crash Banooka 2, actually, at 5 p.m. I think this video is going live at 4:30. Should I have a video with Kirby go live at 3:30 if you want to check that out. But like I said, I hope you have one for us today. But until next video, take care and keep the music.
We were playing